Hi friends, once again I'm back with my another video which is called conjunction. This is a very important chapter again in English language. If you really want to understand this chapter, then you have to go through all the classes or videos that I'll be uploading regarding this chapter. It might happen that this chapter will complete in three different videos or 4 different videos. That obviously I'll be informing you at the end of every video. So please guys, keep watching the full video till the end so that you can understand how you can go through the videos. So let's start with the chapter which is called conjunction. Now conjunction is a word, or we can say is a connector or a linker between words or sentences, clause or phrases. Now what I mean to say is that conjunctions are those words which actually are used to join clauses, sentences, words or phrases. Now these conjunctions sometimes are also called, means the words which connects actually are also called connectors or linkers. Now let me tell you at the beginning of the video that there is something exception that I'm going to teach you, maybe at the end of the video or maybe in the next video or maybe in the third video, obviously relating to this chapter only, which is all connectors. Means what I mean to say, as we know that connectors, the words which are connectors or which acts as a connectors or linkers are generally conjunctions, are generally called conjunctions. But there is an exception, that there are certain words are there which connect sentences, but those are not at all conjunctions. Those are called adverbials sometimes. So that I will definitely come down to that part at the end of the chapter, obviously, because I'm going to talk about exception. But let us first understand what is conjunction. So as I told you, again I'm repeating once again, that conjunction is a word which joins a group of words which joins. Conjunction is a word which joins a group of words which joins or connects or links sentences, clauses, phrases or words. Let us take some examples that how it generally connects. Like in the first example, I want to say that I love two things. Suppose I love potato and I love tomato. So when I'm saying I love potato, then I have to say I love tomato. So instead of saying this two sentence twice, I can put it in one sentence and I can say it at once. How? Like I can say I love potato and tomato. So what I did, two sentences, different sentences where two different words were there which I like generally. Now this is joining two words. The first example which I am giving right now, it will show you that how a conjunction will join two different words, not sentences, two different words you can say. So I love potato, I love tomato. Now tomato and potato. So when I'm putting I love potato and tomato, so here I'm putting and in between tomato and potato so that I can make you understand in one sentence that I love these particular two things. Am I clear with that? I hope I've made it clear. So here and, the word and is actually a conjunction. So this is how conjunction works. It joins two sentences, sometimes two words, sometimes two phrases, sometimes two clauses, so that we can short the sentences, or just now as I've told you, like instead of saying twice I love tomato, I love potato, you can say it in one sentence. So it saves your times also. So that's why we learn conjunction, because we can join together and we can finish the sentence or words or phrases or clauses quickly. So let us come to the second example, which is God made the man, and another sentence I'm telling you, man made the town or man made the country. So suppose two sentences here are there. God made the man and man made the town. So how will I connect these two sentences? With the help of, again, and conjunction. Obviously with the help of conjunction. How will I do that? God made the man and man made the town or country. So I'm connecting those two sentences. So here in the second example, I'm showing you or proving you that how a conjunction can join two sentences. So God made the man, this is one sentence. Man made the town, this is another sentence. Now I'm joining these two sentences just by putting a word and, which is a conjunction, a connector between these two sentences, and it is going to complete in one sentence. God made the man and man made the town or country. So I hope guys I'm making it quite clear to you what is conjunction and how it is used. Okay, after this, obviously in the second video I'll definitely, or second video, third video, I'll definitely come down about the uses of different conjunctions. But here in the first video I'm focusing more to make you understand about what is conjunctions, how it is going to generally be used, and why we are going to use it. So I hope I'm making it quite clear why you need to learn conjunction, why it is important to learn conjunction. Now the third one, it is very important guys, you need to understand this very carefully. As I told you, conjunction also joins clauses, right? Now what is clause? Now clause, obviously I have taught you already in one of my video, but still once again I'll tell you, clauses are generally group of words which has a subject and also has verbs in the sentence. Now this kind of clauses, you know, like the clauses are there when two clauses are joined with one word, means which is a connector, definitely a conjunction. So then we can call that clauses are also connected by conjunctions. In the same way, I'll give you example number 3, which is she knows that I am here. She knows that I am here. Another clause, she knows that I want to see her. So she knows that I am here. She knows that I want to see her. Now these two clauses, if I want to join together, now see what is the benefit of joining these two clauses. Now the benefit is that I don't have to say or repeat the pronoun she again and again. How I can do that? She, as I'm talking about the same subject, so what I can do that, she knows that I'm here, and another clause was what? She knows that I want to see her. So I'm joining this both the sentences by saying she knows that I am here, and I'm putting and that I want to see her. Now, so what I did in the second clause, she knows, I have completely omitted. Why? Because I don't have to repeat again and again, because both the sentences are dependent on each other. So obviously I don't have to repeat because it's for the same person. She knows that I'm here. So she knows that I'm here. She also knows that I want to see her. So why should I use twice she knows? I can simply put in one sentence by just adding both the clauses with the help of one conjunction. Like I'm putting over here and. Like she knows that I'm here and that I want to see her. So I'm making it very clear. So why we use conjunction? We can understand from these examples that we are using conjunctions because we want to make the sentences short so that we don't have to make it very lengthy. So when we write a paragraph or something like that, or when we write anything, or when we speak, obviously we don't want to waste time. So we want to convey our thoughts, but at the same time we can save our time by this way, with the help of these parts of speech. Like here conjunction is also helping that. So you can shorten the sentences, and also by joining it, obviously you're saving your time because you're shortening it. So obviously you're saving your time. So these are the reasons why you should learn conjunctions. Now let us come to the point number 4, like where I will show you how it is connecting phrases. So in the first example, I've shown you how two words are connected, because I told you what is the definition of conjunction. A conjunction is a word which joins two words. So in the first example, I've shown you how it joins two words. In the second example, I have shown you how it joins two sentences. In the third example, I have shown you how it joins two clauses. Now in the fourth example, I'm going to show you how it joins two phrases. Like, so okay, how you can join. Now phrases are what? A group of words. A group of words together is called phrases generally. So how you can make a sentence where two different phrases, how it can be connected. Like I'll tell you, bring a swimming costume and a beach towel. Now suppose what I want to say is that bring a swimming costume and a beach towel. So here two phrases are, I'm joining it together. What are the phrases over here? A swimming costume, a beach towel. So these two are phrases. Now I am joining these two phrases with the help of again a conjunction called and. So bring a swimming costume and a beach towel. Now guys, you might have been thinking that and is the only conjunction is there, because in all the four, you know, like examples I have used mostly and. I can say and only I have used. Yes, I have only used and. So is it and the only word which is a conjunction? No guys, there are lots of conjunctions are there, which obviously I'm going to teach you. That's the reason I said that in one video I cannot complete the whole chapter. It's a quite big chapter. If I want to go into at least little bit of details, then I have to make at least minimum to minimum 3, maximum it can be 4, not more than 4 for sure. So all the 3 videos you need to watch it guys, so that you can understand the chapter conjunction completely, because this only one video will not make you understand everything. Yes, it will give you idea about it, that how conjunction works and what is the definition of conjunction. With the help of these examples also you will get some idea, but there are many kind of conjunctions words are there which you need to know how to use it. So guys, so all these 4 examples, I'm sure it has shown you how a conjunction joins 2 words, 2 phrases, 2 sentences and 2 clauses also. So I'm sure you have understood how it is generally being used. Not only that, I have also informed you one thing which I'll definitely teach you in the end part of this chapter, like the exception. That's all the time which the words which connects 2 sentences, 2 words, 2 clauses are not always conjunctions. It can be a different thing as well. Definitely I will speak about that, and I'll explain you about that in the end part of this chapter. So keep watching about it. So I hope you have understood how what is conjunction very well, right guys? So I will now talk about what are the different kinds of conjunctions. So guys, I'll tell you in very short, there are 2 different kind of conjunctions are there. There are 2 different kind of conjunctions. One is coordinating conjunction, second is subordinating conjunction. So if I have to know what is coordinating conjunction, so how will I explain you that is that coordinating conjunctions are actually joined together 2 words, same 2 clauses, 2 sentences or 2 phrases, but there is a difference. What is the difference? That coordinating conjunction joins words, clauses, sentences, phrases of equal rank or of equal position, which means both the words or both the sentences, both the clauses or both the phrases has to be or have to be, you can say it should have equal importance. Means both the sentences, both the words, both the clauses, both the phrases should be of equal importance or equal rank. Means it should not be dependent on each other. Both the sentences should not be dependent on each other, both the words should not be dependent on each other, both the clauses should not be dependent on each other. Then only those words which connects sentences which are not dependent on each other, which are not words which are not dependent on each other, clause which are not dependent on each other, phrases which are not dependent on each other, then only those words are called coordinating conjunctions. So guys, I'll make you understand obviously with the help of examples, because I know it's not even clear till now that what does it mean that independent sentences, and what does it mean that of equal rank or importance. Definitely I'll tell you some examples where you can understand through the help of that what does it mean. But before that, I would like to tell you some of the coordinating conjunctions like and, like or, but, yet, and so also. So these are, you can say, 5 conjunctions are there mainly I can say, and mostly used conjunctions which are coordinating conjunctions. So when you use these conjunctions in sentences where independent sentences, independent words, independent clauses or phrases are used, and you join them with these words and, but, yet, or, so, with these 5 words, definitely those words will be called as coordinating conjunction when in the case of independent sentences, in the case of joining independent clauses, in the case of joining independent sentences, like for examples, I'll come to that. Like take for this example which I've given you just now, God made the man, and second sentence was man made the town. So let me tell you guys, God made the man is a different sentence. It does not require that, you know, to form this sentence I need to also form a sentence man made the country, right? Or man made the country does not require you know, to form the sentence God made the town. So both are different and have individual meaning. Both are different sentences and have individual meaning. This is what I mean to say, that independent sentences, because both have individual meaning, both have individual, you know, meanings, and individuals not independent on each other, not dependent on each other. So in that sense, both the sentences are called co-ordinating conjunctions. When we add, both the sentences are not called, the word which connects these two independent sentences are called co-ordinating conjunctions. Like for example, I tell you, God made the man and man made the country. Yes. So here and is a coordinating conjunction. Why? Because these two sentences are independent and we are joining these two sentences, and as per the, you know, definition of coordinating conjunction, we can call and over here as a coordinating conjunction because both the sentences are independent. Let us take some other example, like he failed in the task but performed quite well. So he failed in the task, he performed quite well. Both are independent, you know, like again I can say sentences. So again over here you can see, but I am using this word but to join these two sentences, and both join these two clauses, and both are independent in that way. Means you can use it individually also. Okay, independent means that only you can use it individually. It's not that one has to bring this sentence or this clause in order to make a complete meaning. No, not like that. So he performed, he failed in the task. It's a different sentence, it's a different clause. You can say, you can use it in individually also. Again, he performed very well, can be used in individually also. Now if I want to add these two clauses together, both are independent clauses. Now if I want to add these two clauses with a word but, this but over here is coordinating conjunction, because coordinating conjunction means a word which connects individual sentences, individual clauses, individual words, individual, you know, phrases. So here but is a coordinating conjunction, because how will I frame the sentence now? He failed in the task but performed very well. Now I'll not put again he, because I told you clauses, when the two clauses are there, you don't have to bring the subject again and again. So I'm talking about the same person. He failed in the task, so same person again, but performed very well. So I don't have to bring he again because I'm joining two clauses, and now I don't have to bring he again in the second clause. So he failed in the task but performed very well. So these two clauses are joined by the word but, and this but is a coordinating conjunction because it's here two different clauses, independent clauses are joined. Now let me give you an example with or also, like with and I have given, with but I have given, with or, like will you come or shall I go? Will you come or shall I go? Now we make sentences like that, will you come or shall I go? Now will you come is a different sentence, shall I go is a different sentence. It both does not need each other to make a full meaning. That's why these are called independent sentences. Now to join these independent sentences, I'm putting the word or and I'm making one sentence together. So this or is an coordinating conjunction. Like how? Will you come or shall I go? So both are independent sentences, interrogative sentences. I'm joining together both the interrogative sentences with the help of or. So obviously or is a coordinating conjunction because both independent sentences and I'm joining with a word. So as per the definition of co-ordinating conjunction, so it's a co-ordinating conjunction. So you have to understand, guys, the situation. It's not that just because I said and, or, but, yet, so these words are co-ordinating conjunction, so you have to always think in your mind that it is going to be always co-ordinating conjunction. I'm obviously going to tell you like how these words can be used as a subordinating conjunctions or not. That is a different topic I'm going to speak about. But till now, what I want to tell you is that always understand the theory about it, because if you understand the theory, the logic, then you will analyze the sentences like this and accordingly you will put the word. So as per the definition of co-ordinating conjunction, I'm giving you these sentences and it's proving in these sentences, in these examples, that it is co-ordinating conjunction. Because I told you the main formula of understanding co-ordinating conjunctions is that when a word which connects two sentences, two clauses, two phrases, or two words together, which are independent in nature, which are not dependent on each other, obviously those are co-ordinating conjunctions. Now let me give you one more example with yet. So what is, how we can use yet? So I suppose I'm saying he made the mistake, and another sentence, he is not ashamed of his mistake. He is not ashamed of his mistake. He is not ashamed of his mistake. It's a separate individual meaning is there, guys. It does not need any other thing to make a full meaning. It has a individual meaning. He is not ashamed of his mistake. So is a separate individual meaning, separate individual sentence. Again, he made the mistake, separate individual sentence. So both are independent sentences, not dependent on each other. So now when I'm going to add these both sentences together with the help of yet, the word yet as a conjunction, then it can be called as co-ordinating conjunctions. Like for example, if I have to give you, like as I told you right now, he made the mistake, yet he is not ashamed of his mistake. So both sentences I joined with the help of yet. So here yet is a conjunction, but which conjunction? Co-ordinating conjunction. Which so also something like that only. I did my homework, so I can go to have my dinner. So I can go to have my dinner is a separate individual sentence. You can use it separately, individually. You don't require this one sentence. Same thing like that. I did my homework, separate individual sentence. Two sentences now I want to add. So I did my homework, so I can go to have my dinner. So as I finished my homework, so I can go now to have my dinner. So together I'm joining these two sentences with the help of so, and so over here is a co-ordinating conjunction because it is helping two different sentences which are independent in nature to join together. So I hope I have made you understand what is co-ordinating conjunction, guys. But it is not the end. There are many conjunctions like that. As I told you, obviously after teaching you coordinating some subordinating conjunctions in the next video, I'll definitely come out with the use of conjunctions, uses of conjunctions and different kind of conjunctions. I'll also speak about that. Please don't forget to watch that video, guys. That is a very, very important video. The second video will be a very important video because over there I'm going to teach you all different kinds of conjunctions, used conjunctions, and obviously the exceptions to the conjunctions also I'll teach you. So please don't forget to watch my next video as well after finishing this video. So let me complete this subordinating conjunction. Now what is subordinating conjunction? In the same way, in coordinating conjunction, as I told you that coordinating conjunction is a conjunction where two different individual sentences or independent sentences comes together to join. And those words are called coordinating conjunctions. Now here subordinating conjunctions will be those words which joins two clauses which are dependent on each other. Means if one will not come for another one, definitely, or one is dependent on each other, otherwise it will not have a full meaning. Like let us understand with the help of example. So before that I would like to tell you the definition. If you want you can write it down also as well. Like subordinating conjunction joins a clause with another clause. Now one clause will be principal clause, one clause will be subordinate clause. Means the subordinate clause will depend on the principal clause to make a full meaning. Then only those words which connects these two clauses are called subordinating conjunctions. Now let us see that. Examples. She said that she was ill. Now she said that she was ill. Here that is a subordinating conjunction. She said that she was ill. So that she was ill is a subordinate clause. Subordinate clause means which depend on the principal clause, and principal clause means which is actually required to bring a subordinate clause as well. Now both are dependent on each other, whether it's principal clause, whether it's subordinate clause, both are dependent on each other, because in order to have a full meaning we need both, otherwise it will not have a full meaning. Like for example, she said. Now she said is not a full meaning. I can understand that it has a sense, it has a meaning, but not full meaning exactly. So she said is a principal clause, and that she was ill is again the subordinate clause. Now this that she was ill also is not making full meaning. She said is also not making full meaning. So when we make this both clauses together, then only one meaning, one full meaning is coming out. This kind of two clauses, when comes together and joins together with the help of a word, those words we call it subordinating conjunctions, because these words are helping the subordinate clause and the principal clause to come together to form a full meaning. I hope I have made you understand. Let me give another example. I will come if you invite me. Now I will come if you invite me. Okay, if you invite me, a clause, a subordinate clause, and I will come, a principal clause. Now I will come obviously has a meaning, but not the full meaning. When will you come? So not a full meaning in that way. So I will come, it's a principal clause. That if you invite me, it's a subordinate clause. Now when I'm joining both the clauses, then it is having a complete meaning. You can understand a meaning like I will come if you invite me. So I will come if you invite me. So if you invite me is actually dependent on I will come, and I will come is actually dependent on if you invite me. Means if you invite me, then only I will come. So obviously I will come, this clause is dependent on your invitation. So obviously here both are dependent on each other. That's why it's called subordinating conjunctions. Now these clauses, when are connected with a word, that word is a subordinate conjunction. Why? Because it's helping a subordinate clause to join with a principal clause for a full meaning. The reason is full meaning. The reason here is to make a full meaning, because sentence meaning is that to make a complete sense and a meaning. That is what is the meaning of sentence. So we create sentence to have a complete meaning, to have a complete you can say sense. So to make a complete sense and a meaning, these subordinating conjunctions are helping both the clauses, subordinate clause and principal clause, to come together, joins together and make a full meaning. So with the help of these two examples, I'm sure I've made you understand what is subordinating clause, and with the help of these examples which I've given you in coordinating conjunctions, I've made you understand what is coordinating conjunctions. And so what I mean to say is that there are some subordinating conjunctions are also there, like two examples I've already given. If and that I have already given. You can use some more subordinating conjunctions like after, before, then, though, unless. These are also subordinating conjunctions. And then since, while, these are also subordinating conjunctions. Okay, like I will come after you. I will come after you go from there. So after you go from there is dependent on the clause I will come. So when I will come, I will only come when you will go from there, or when you will move from there. So my coming is dependent on your going. So that is the thing is over here. So in order to make a full sentence, so what I'm saying, I will come after you move from there or you go from there. So after here is obviously a conjunction, because two dependent clauses are joining together. Dependent clauses. Remember that, guys. Sorry. So dependent clauses, you have understood. Subordinate clause in conjunction means which joins two dependent clauses, okay? And coordinating conjunction means which joins independent sentences, clauses, phrases, or words. I hope I have made it very, very clear with these two kinds of conjunctions. So these are the only two kinds of conjunctions are there, guys. But obviously, as I told you, few examples of like after, then before is also used like that only. Then though, unless, while, since. There are many words are there, conjunctions are there, which we need to know how to use it as a conjunction. And this we will learn in the second class onwards. So don't forget to watch my conjunction class number 2, so that you can learn the different words of conjunctions and how it's going to be used.